Madam Toastmaster, members and guests, the title of my speech today is My Life in a Six-Word Story. The six-word story became popularized from American novelist Ernest Hemingway, who was challenged to come up with a six-word story, and he came up with For Sale, Baby Shoes, number 1. My six-word story actually starts out with 4 luciferous words: humorist and observationist being. You're probably wondering what the heck is a humorist and observational being, and you're probably also wondering who gave this title to me. In case you haven't figured it out, I am not from this neck of the woods. I was born into humorist and observational royalty on December 3rd, 1993, a Friday, 2:10 p.m., at Providence Hospital in Anchorage, Alaska. The humorist in me can be accredited to my father, Alan Lee Clemens, who has lived a clown lifestyle his entire life. He bestowed on me phrases such as, "Sonny boy, in order for you to be here, you cannot be there. In order for you to be there, you cannot be here." He also instilled in me a phrase for when anything goes completely over your head: hit parade on the stethoscope. It are phrases like this, just seeing how he goes about life with a humoristic approach, that I carry a clown nose wherever I go in any situation. The observationist in me can be accredited to my mother. She's an observationist historian for the National Park Service. Growing up in Anchorage, Alaska for 18 years, I lived a city boy lifestyle, went to a kindergarten titled Clever Kids, experienced the rustic Alaskan lifestyle through commercial fishing, where I would have freshly caught Alaska red salmon on a daily and nightly day, and see pristine rosy pink sunsets on either the water or the beach. The first job I ever had in Anchorage was at the National Park Service, the same building my mother worked at. There I came across 2 unique, I would classify them as humor beings. First one being Mr. Kevin Feeney. Kevin is a man from Boston, Massachusetts, so he had a thick, muffled Bostonian accent. Whenever I would talk to him about a night on the town, I could never fully decipher if he actually saw 20 bears or he drank 20 bears. The other coworker would be Harry Wright. Harry Wright, till this day, is the only man I've ever come across that I've seen drink buttered milk from a carton, and also utter the words I even dream about buttermilk in my sleep. The memory I'd like to share about him is when my Uncle Wayne from North Dakota was visiting me at my first job, and he saw Harry Wright name tag or nameplate on his cubicle, and Harry Wright's last name, W-R-I-G-H-T, that's how it's spelled out. So he saw a moment to strike, in the sense that he went up to Harry, looked him dead in the eye, shook his hand, wiggling a wobbly, joking finger manner, and just went, "Harry Wright!" So it's experiences like that, growing up in Anchorage, Alaska, that I formed the humor being in me. The observationist in me wanted to come to par with the humor being in me. In order to do that, I did it through the form of traveling. So after I graduated high school in Anchorage, Alaska, after 18 years, I then lived and went to school in Arizona. I then lived and went to school in Australia, and now I live in Altamont Springs. But the humor and observationist in me needs to point out one thing. I live my life in the theme of A's, in the sense that my name is Alex, A. I grew up in Anchorage, Alaska, A. I lived in Arizona, A. I lived in Australia, A. I now live in Altamont Springs, A. I'm now debating whether or not to go to Argentina or Albania next, but that is for a future speech. I do try, however, to get outside of my theme of A, and I'll ask myself, "Alex, who is your favorite celebrity crush?" And I'll answer with the first name, Jessica, and then I'll think, Alba.
Yes.
So it's through these unique humor and observational experiences that I've developed a prescription of glasses to view life from, and establish a self-awareness for me that I want to be doing activities, be around people and environments that provide the most value for me to become the best version of myself. And that's why I'm here at Toastmasters this morning in front of you all, to become truly remarkable, humorous, and observationist being. Madam Toastmaster.